From the campus lights to the game day fight, Texas dust on the boots, packed out stands in the sun. Every school has a story, every season has one. Turn it up, lean in close, hear that crowd start to roll. The Cory Hogue Sports Show, the Cory Hogue Sports Show. Big stories and real conversations, bring the truth, let it roll. The Cory Hogue Sports Show, the Cory Hogue Sports Show. For the schools beyond the spotlight, where the heart of the game still
shows. This is the Cory Hogue Sports Show. It's the very first episode. I want to thank you if you are watching live, happen to be on Facebook or on the YouTube channel or even on Substack. So I believe some of you are probably getting an email about that. And if you turn those off, I don't blame you. I am Cory Hogue, and we're here to talk about sports every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to start those 3 days. We're going to start about a half hour, and we'll see. We'll see. If we get a ton of interaction and we end up having some fun with this, we can expand to 5 days. We can expand to an hour. We can do whatever we want to do. And the reason is it's the Cory Hogue Sports Show, and that's me. So I'll do what I want. And what I want is what you want, which is to talk sports. All sports. This is not just small college, non-FBS, all that stuff. We're here to talk all of it. You can get in on, if you don't know where to find me, if you're listening on a podcast, you can find Cory Hogue Sports. Search Cory Hogue Sports on YouTube and on Facebook. Like, follow, subscribe. You can find it there. I will be posting some things at times to TikTok and Instagram, but mostly Facebook and YouTube is where you will find me and my Substack, CoryHogueSports.substack.com. You subscribe there, you'll get emails when the show goes live, and you should be able to comment as well. For those who aren't on Facebook, not on YouTube, and you're watching live and you want to make a comment, there's a QR code in the top of the screen. Scan that and come in as audio only. You come in as audio only, and we can have your take on the show. Bring the truth and let it roll, because that's what this show is going to be about. It's about the truth. And let me tell you, sometimes you're going to like it, my truth, and sometimes you're not. We're not always going to agree, and that's okay, because that's how we're going to learn, and we're going to learn together. Because I tell you right now, I don't know everything. I don't. I have there are things that your life experiences are different. About things that I don't. And I am not the expert. Still write more often because I'm still me. Don't tell the wife. Anyhow. So bring it. As long as it stays respectful both ways, then you will have a chance to say what you want to say and give your side. And if you agree, great. You can let me know that as well. Chuck, watch it. Charles Ramsey, always a great job from Cory Hogue. Thank you, Chuck. You are the best. He's got Law Dog Sports. You can watch them. Find their YouTube channel and Facebook page as well. They do some great content. That weekend sports show, it's incredible. Him and Jeremy, they do a great job. And yeah, definitely give them a watch. Friday mornings, believe they go either like 8 or 9 to 11. It's fun. Don't want to miss that show each week. And sometimes they even make the mistake of allowing me to come on there and give my opinions. Speaking of, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I've already wasted 5 minutes of the time. And let's start with the FIFA World Cup. What in the world has happened? Folarin Balogun, for those who are not keeping track, the United States' men's national team is playing Belgium tonight at 7 o'clock in the round of 16 game in Seattle. And let me tell you that's going to be a fantastic atmosphere. It's going to be fun. It's going to be loud. Seattle brings it for soccer, for all sports, but really for soccer, they bring it. And they're going to pack it. Telling you, it's going to be loud, and now we got the drama to the World Cup that we didn't have, right? FIFA World Cup, there's no World Cup without drama. There's no FIFA World Cup without corruption, right? And guess what? There's this year's version. I mean, Folarin Balogun was given a red card. I do not agree. I am with the vast majority of people that do not believe that should have been a red card, but that's not the issue. He got a red card. That means a one-game suspension. Apparently, it's been like 60-something years since the last time they overturned a red card. They have an appeals process, but let's be honest, they don't change it, obviously. And that's a problem. Because if you're going to have a real appeals process and you want it to be legitimate, you've got to have people believe that when they appeal, they have a chance of being right and that things can change. You also got to do it long before the day before the match, seriously. And then you've got a president of one of the countries, which happens to be ours, saying, yes, I called the head of FIFA and he told me that he didn't have the power, but then he made a phone call. We know how FIFA works. It's not a secret, right? And let's not be naive to think that our government also doesn't follow in a lot of those same tactics. And let me tell you, so does the Belgium government, so do everyone. It's not an administration thing. That's what we do. There's corruption always. You're never fully going to get rid of corruption. It's just not possible because we're humans and that's what we do. Anyhow, Folarin Balogun is going to play tonight. And I will tell you that changes my opinion of this because I did not have confidence in the United States winning without Balogun. He's a difference maker. It helps. But I'm telling you, the one to watch tonight is Christian Pulisic. He has got to show why we have given him so much praise for so many years. He needs to be the game changer. Balogun is. He's going to get all their attention now. Look, I get it. You've got strategies and plans, and both teams, everything got thrown to the wayside. Whatever, you can adjust, right? Like, come on. But doing this the day before, which gave Belgium no time to make an appeal, right? And now they're saying they weren't even told. I don't know. I believe no one in this, really, because they're both going to, whoever speaks is going to try to make themselves look the best possible. You're not going to get the truth from any of them. So what you got to do is kind of piece them together. And maybe in the middle of all that, you can find what actually happened. Hey, Mike Reuschenberg checking in. Ronaldo had a red card suspended during the 2025 qualifier season. Yes, during the actual World Cup, though, I think it's been a little different. There's been a lot of those that were overturned. And again, it's corruption. And why is FIFA worried about the United States men's national team right now? Why are they doing this for the U.S. men's national team? Because it's on our soil. We finally get corruption in our favor with this one, right? We do. And I can't say that I'm not a fan of some. I'm happy to have Balogun back. I want to see him play. I want to see the best play. I'm saying this appeals process has got to be a little more realistic. If 99% of the world believes that they are not, that was not a red card, 99%. believe that, in my opinion. 1%, which is Belgium and their fans, do not believe that should be. And maybe even some of them would tell you it wasn't a red card. Well, then that should be overturned. And it should be overturned long before when the decision was made for this one. Mike, it made him eligible to play in the World Cup opener. It's a great point. And listen, let's get to another part of what FIFA wants to do. And it's about money. It's about media. It's about money. It's about they've got a contract coming up with Fox for the World Cup. I don't even know if Fox is going to be able to bid enough for it. Seriously. And so it's about money. And so they're expecting millions of viewers on this game, and not having Balogun hurt. Now, you have not only created a stir in the sports world, you've created a stir that's gone to mainstream media, and you're only going to bring that much more attention to the U.S. men's national team and bring in that many more viewers, make that much more money. See where FIFA goes? This is how these decisions are made. It's based off of viewership. And if this was not in the United States, if this was in Qatar, I think Balogun sits. But it's here. And now they have all the attention. They have all the drama built up because we love drama. We love drama. Right? My nephew has a summer baseball playoff game tonight that I want to see. I also want to see the soccer game. I'm really torn because I'll be out in Petrolia, and they just don't quite have enough Verizon wireless service for me to stream it. A little sad about that. Petrolia, do better. Verizon, do better in Petrolia. Those people need it. Anyhow, that's my opinion on that. And you know what? Now, this game, I know Belgium is higher ranked, and they're not favored. Nobody is favored. The United States is not favored. Belgium's not favored. A draw is not. That might be your best play if you're looking to make the most money off of tonight. Is take a draw, because last I saw that was plus 354, and the teams are both bringing in roughly plus 150, 225, somewhere in that range. Neither team is really highly favored in this game. And I think the crowd makes a difference. I think the U.S. men's national team was some way, I think they end up winning this game and advancing on to likely play Spain. They start here in about 45 minutes. So, yeah, they will likely play Spain in that. I want to touch briefly on the rest of the World Cup, because I've been watching, like everyone that sports fans that I know, I've really been enthralled in it. And I thought it was going to be hard to beat Argentina, Cabo Verde. That was so entertaining. That game that can make anyone fall in love with soccer. It was fun. It had everything you need in it. It was a great, great game. Last night, that was wild. England and Mexico. Incredible TV. Incredible. You've got red cards. You've got a raucous situation. You have an Australian referee that did the best he could to try to keep control of the game. By the way, the United States referee tonight, he did Belgium-Netherlands game earlier this year. He did England's round of 32 game. He is a Jordanian. He's from Jordan. And this is going to be – that's the other thing I love about FIFA and the World Cup and soccer, is that the refs are on the take sometimes too. And so, or at least accused of it. We'll say they are, right? we'll call them that. And this ref gets accused of some of that stuff. So that adds another layer of drama to tonight. It's going to be fun. It is going to be a really fun time with that one. But back to England and Mexico, you've got England doing things I didn't think they could do. I didn't think England could do that last night, but they did. And credit to them. And Anderson going over the billboard and breaking his arm. Poor guy. I don't think he might not be able to return. I don't know the rules on playing with a broken arm and a cast or whatever. It depends on the severity, I guess. But that seems like it would be a weapon in soccer, and they use a lot of weapons. That stuff is rough. Then you got the right back last night for England getting sent off, and with that's a red card. People aren't debating. They're not debating that red card on him, and for good reason, because that was a deserved red card, and he will miss the next game as long as it's not going to bring greater ratings for FIFA. See what I did there? Wimbledon going on right now. Taylor Fritz up a set, and they are still on serve in the second set. He won the first set in a tiebreak, and so that is the round of 16. Taylor's the last best hope for the American men right now. The women took a hit today. Madison Keys took a loss. Ashlyn Kreuger, who was a great story, she also took a loss. We will have at least one American through, because we will have one through to the semifinals when Jessica Pegula and Coco Gauff play tomorrow. Supposed to be starting at around 7:30 in the morning. That's going to be a fun match. Naomi Osaka, Carolina Mukova in the other semifinal. That one's going to be fun as well. Though they are fun to watch. And we're having fun tournaments now. There were a lot of years in tennis where you knew who the final was going to be before it even started, and that's just not as much fun. There's just not as much involved now, and it's anyone's game. There is so much competition. It is fun to see on both the men's and the women's side. That has been fun. Some news today involving Sam Houston. By the way, any Sam Houston people, if you're watching, we will be back. March to the pot. I'm going to break some news right here. Don't tell Ben. 6 o'clock, Thursday, July 23rd. We will be back. We will be back with March to the Pot. Season 4. They're going to let us start another season. Season 4. And that March to the Pod Substack's about to start really getting better as well. Law Dog Sports, Chuck again chiming in here. I hope the folks in your neck of the woods realize sports coverage you provided over the past nearly a decade. Well, thank you. Listen, I've enjoyed covering this. I still am. We're still covering this. We're still talking about it. I'm still talking sports. We're just going to talk all of the sports. But hey, let's talk some FCS. Texas Southern, right? A story came out last week. I believe it's Terrence Harris, if I remember his name correctly. He posted on the Defender Network. He does a great job. He covers Texas Southern in a tremendous way. And I definitely recommend finding his work and following him. But he did a story on Texas Southern, has 4 home games that conflict with the Houston Dynamo, and the Houston Dynamo and Texas Southern have a share of Shell Energy Stadium right there by Dyken Park, I think it's now called. I still like to call it Minute Maid in Houston. But anyway, Shell Energy. They have an agreement. Texas Southern had an agreement, and there's 4 dates, 4 this year, that conflict. And the Dynamo have preference. That's written in the contract. And so that's understandable. I get that. But now Texas Southern is stuck with trying to find a high school or somewhere else to host a game. They had one, they host Houston Christian. They played a game there last year. They do have an on-campus stadium, Alexander Durley. It seats 5,000, and that's just not how you're going to do that for an FCS level football team, especially a team that can draw probably twice that regular Saturdays, right? And so with Chris Dishman has that team they're getting so much better. They've been on a steady climb up, and Chris Dishman's just taking them, old Houston Oiler. That's right. He's head coach Texas Southern, taking them on up, all the way up. It is incredible. It is fun to watch, and so they will be a team to watch in the SWAC West this year. They're going to be competitive. I think this is year 3 for Dishman, and he's got a standard, and he hasn't backed off of it. I like that. And he is very impressive. And so I think Texas Southern could. But that home field situation, it does matter. Where your fans got to know where to find you. And playing at a high school, listen, I live in Texas. And so I understand our high schools are better than most of our smaller colleges' stadiums. I know this. I've seen it personally. Now, there are a few small college around here, like West Texas A&M, Abilene Christian, UMHB, right? Like it's a growing number, but there's some really nice ones. Give me just a second. There are some really, really nice stadiums, small college, but there's a lot that aren't. A lot that need repairs. Some of them are even at the FCS level. Let's be honest. Houston Christian often gets mentioned as one, but let me tell you, East Texas A&M, they got to do something with that football stadium. It's got to be better. That's not on a Division I level. It's not at all. So I understand them not wanting to play in a high school stadium, but high school stadium might be nicer than any other stadium they might be able to find. Enough about Texas Southern, though. Let's talk Midwestern State. There's been a lot of talk over the last couple of years that MSU is going to build a stadium where the mall used to be. And there's been a lot of progress made in this area. The city bought the mall territory. They're going to contract it out. They've got this Forward Wichita Falls is who it is, and you can find forwardwichitafalls.com. They have the project on there. The project is called the Corridor at University Town Center Project. And if you're in Wichita Falls, the mall is right there on a busy street. Kemp, Midwestern Parkway is right there. The university is right catty corner to the mall area, which right now there's a Jimmy's Egg, which I kind of hope stays. I like Jimmy's Egg. At least give them a new place to go here. But yeah, I've been every time I eat a Jimmy's Egg, I've been envisioning a stadium. Shocking, fat guy envisions while he's eating, right? I've been envisioning a stadium right there in that spot. I think it would be great. You can create a lot with MSU, in my opinion. You could have a walk. You could get a lot of the community more involved. And I don't want to hear the complaints about traffic nightmares and any of that stuff, right? Like I don't want to hear, because we can figure that out in Wichita Falls and you'll be okay. You don't have to complain all the time. Stop trying to take care of things that are good, right? So Forward Wichita Falls is a good thing. They're going to have another shopping center they're building. Developer construction to begin, projected 2027 plus. So who knows what plus means? That means plus. So yeah, there's that. Now, that's not the stadium. There's been no word on the stadium. There's been very little mention about the stadium and how it's going to come to be. There seems to be an opinion in this area that Texas Tech, the system, which MSU is now a part of, that Texas Tech is going to cover this. They are not. They're not. You're going to have to fundraise your own. You are going to have to fundraise your own money. And for a school that I don't know where they stand right now financially, but a few years ago when Dr. Haney took over as president, they were millions in debt. You got to get that money. You're going to have to do it fundraising type. Mike Reuschenberg says, I was under the impression the Jimmy's Egg building is separately owned and not part of the sale of the mall. That would be great. See, I don't know. I don't know, and that's very likely possible because I believe, was that a real estate company right there in that same building as well? I hope it is, because, look, Jimmy's Egg, that's a fun one. We like to – Gabe gets a haircut, we go Jimmy's Egg. It's a Saturday tradition for us when he gets a haircut. You know, that's – and I do – again, shocking. Fat guy likes Jimmy's Egg. Woohoo. Chimes in. Has any non-FBS team in Texas ever gotten the exposure that East Texas A&M got from SVP and bad beats? No. Well, yes. I mean, there's Stephen F. Austin beat Duke, #1 Duke, a few years ago. So that was, as far as football, probably not. That one just went so viral. But all publicity is good publicity, even though some of that was a bit harsh for some Commerce people to take. For some of those Lions fans, they didn't take well to that. Use it as motivation. Go do it. That's all I got to say. That's on you. You don't like it, change it. I've said that, and I sometimes follow it. Sometimes I believe it as well. Hey, Sam Houston news earlier. I was going to touch on this, and I did not. I skipped over, but let's go back. Cashy Nat, who was at Sam Houston last year and had entered the portal and transferred to Oklahoma State with at least 1 year depending a waiver, but his waiver kept getting canceled. Well, today, his waiver, an ex parte order, whatever that means, I'm not an attorney, signed by the judge, is now permitted Cashy Nat to immediately resume and continue full team activities with Oklahoma State's basketball program. Pete Nakos of 0-3 reported earlier today. So that is awesome. That's good news. Good news for Cashy. He was a great player for Sam Houston last year. And, listen, let's be honest with ourselves here for the last 3 minutes and change. This era of college sports has changed. Whether you like it or you don't, NIL has forever changed the landscape of college sports, and there's no legislation that's going to come in and make it a whole lot better. That said, there are some improvements to be made, and some of those are coming soon. I like the 5 years to play rule. COVID is where this whole system got screwed up. Because then you get COVID years, and you get waivers, and you get this and that. And good Lord Almighty, now all of a sudden you got 27-year-olds playing college. Like there was a fraud case today I was reading on ESPN. It's Kirk Frissa used to play for Kentucky. He also played for Arizona, West Virginia, and Cincinnati in 6 seasons. 6. And what was he going to return for a 7? I mean, seriously. If you're 19 when you graduate high school, you're 25, 26. You should have 2 or 3 doctorates by then. Seriously. Mike said he likes the 5 play. I do too. I mean, look, you got 5 years. If you get injured, I'm sorry. If you get injured twice, that's a habit. And you're not going to get an extra year for that. You got to cut it. It's got to be set, and I think that is where you set that, is on that 5-year limit. Now, also, if you're a Sam Houston, you're a group of 5 team, you're a Lone Star Conference team, even D3 teams, you've got to adjust your way of thinking now in this era. Do not think when you recruit a kid as a freshman that he's going to be there when he's a senior. Because if you do your job right, and he's got that kind of talent, and he takes off, he's going to jump. He's going to enter the portal. He's going to go get paid somewhere. And if you're Sam Houston, you're not paying like they are in the P4. It's okay. You don't have it, and you're not gonna. Adjust your thinking. And I'll tell you, I want to say Chris Mudge does this beautifully. Does it beautifully. There's no need anymore to get offended when a player leaves. Say thank you for your time. Thank you for what you did for us last year. And now we got to go find the one to replace. And you might go to D2, right? D2 is going to go to D3. D3, they may go NAIA. They may go high school. Eventually, everything now is basically a farm system. And if you approach it in that manner, I think you will see more success for the smaller colleges. I think that the smaller D2 and below, I think if you look at it like a farm system, and same for group of 5, group of 6, whatever they are, power 4, power 5, I don't care. Look at it like it is. It's a farm system. And unless you've got the money to pay what the top of the farm system can pay, you're not going to get those players. And you cannot sit there and tell me that they should loyally stay with you because you believed in them rather than go and make 7 figures or, plenty of millions. Really? It's life-changing money. Not going to do that. You can't. You can't fault a kid for taking that kind of money, ever. We cannot be faulting people for getting rich. They got rich. Congratulations. We want to do too much sometimes. And so let's put our focus on a thank you, because I also want you to know, and this is coming from kids, talking to kids and talking to coaches about kids. If you're honest with them, it goes a lot further. And when they come in and say, Coach, I'm being honest with you, and I'm going to go enter the portal and go get paid, you know what you say to them? You say, thank you. Thank you, and good luck. Let me know if I can help you, because that's going to spread through the recruiting world. How you treat that player that's entering the portal will spread. And if you want to recruit kids, you better have a good rapport going through the recruiting level. And Chris Mudge is a fantastic person, and it shows, because the way he operates that program and that team, it is really fun to watch. Hope Sam Houston can keep him. He, again, same with coaches, right? Grant McCaslin, he was at MSU. He's been at Baylor as an assistant. He's been around. Go get that bag, man. Go to Texas Tech and make that money. Great. I'm happy for you. Now you get to pay more tax. Congratulations, right? It's not always positive. Hey, I want to say thank you so much to everyone watching. Just went about a minute over today. We'll have some more to talk about. Anything you want to discuss, let it be known. Put it in comments. Send me an email, CoryHogueSports@gmail.com. Whatever it is, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Be back on, let me make sure, Wednesday. Yeah, we'll be back Wednesday. Stay blessed.
Clear, sharp and bold, covering every team, every season, every story worth being told. The Cory Hogue Sports Show, the Cory Hogue Sports Show. Big stories and real conversations, bring the truth